One day you'll understand. Every minute is a step towards death.
Charlize, I'll start with an individual question for you. It's probably the most important question you're going to get today. If Andy were to fight Connor McLeod from Highlander, who wins that fight?
I can't answer that because it's me, but I can't say that because then I'm just...
She would win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
Andy.
say it for
yeah.
her. Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, how could you ask?
It's Andromache.
I mean, it's definitely easy to ask because that would be a great crossover movie. But switching gears,
Ooh,
I love Netflix.
Nice.
Ideas.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
I love Netflix. I'm all about it, but I'm also really obsessed with getting people to go see movies in movie theaters. So for each of you, I've been asking this of everyone. Do you have a favorite movie theater?
Oh, wow. I have children and we live right like over the hill from Universal. So we just always go there because it's 5 minutes away. And so that's kind of like my 10-year-old loves to do day movies with me and she loves watching like action movies with me. Like it's like a cute thing that we've just now started to do. Like on a Saturday, I'll be like, there's a 10 a.m. of, she's like, I'm in, Mom, let's go. We'll just like hop right over and watch it.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite theater. Yeah, it's all about showtime for me.
I mean, most of them are closing that were my favorites, but there's still the Paris Theater in New York. Still there.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Netflix now owns.
Oh, well, plug.
Yes. They actually, to give props to Netflix, they do a lot of cool retro screenings at the Paris in New York, and I'm grateful. And then they also rescued the Egyptian in L.A., and they do a lot of cool screenings there. So again, thank you, Netflix.
Yes, thank you.
Jumping into the movie, there are some crazy action set pieces in this film. I mean, we could talk about the fight between Uma and Charlize. We could talk about that window sequence. In fact, I'd like to talk about all these things. So let's start with Charlize and Uma, if you don't mind. Can you talk about that sequence? Because I think for a lot of people, they're going to call it like the Kill Bill Atomic Blonde fight, or, they're going to have some fun with it. I'm joking, but you get what I mean.
Well, it was fun. She gave me a few good bashings, but she's a great fighter, Only the best.
No. It was definitely, I think, the sequence in the film that we talked about the most, that we worked on the most, because we really wanted it to earn what we wanted it to be. So I am really proud of it. It was hard. It was a really tough sequence to pull off. We kind of interchanged a lot of things in the last month. Great ideas that came to us, and we were grateful to Netflix that they were open to some bigger ideas and that we could actually lean into them. And it was towards the end of the movie, I was, I was messy, not gonna lie. Sorry, Uma.
No, you were great. You were great. No, it was, at one point I think I was glad because it wasn't just me. It was like, the knees. Oh no, the part where we're on our knees. Yeah, it definitely wasn't, it wasn't choreographed to accommodate any of our frailties.
Yeah. No, definitely not. We're like, we'll take one more pad. One more pad.
Well, I also want to talk about that window sequence because it's pretty. I've never seen that before. I love seeing stuff in movies that I've never seen. And can you sort of talk about filming the sequence where you're coming in and out, and it's a cool sequence.
Yeah, it was actually, it's intricate, but it was so well thought out that it was actually really simple for us. A lot of just layover, clean plates, but we actually had to do a version where she came swinging through that window and I had to roll right past her. We didn't have glass, but we had to actually do the movement. Mm-hmm. So
How many takes?
It was unbelievable. I have to say, this was seriously one of the craziest things I probably have ever done. You too, right?
Yes.
Like, it was insane. I was lying with this giant stunt guy on top of my foot, and I went on action. We timed it out that I would roll and throw him out of the open window, and she would come swinging as he was dropping, and I had to roll out of the way for her. We collided once.
One time,
but we never did it again because it really hurt. But she would come right through. I would roll up. She'd pull the gun, and that we did as one.
Yeah.
Just minus the glass, which I was pretty proud of.
Yes, same.
We did a few where at the end, like we couldn't hold it together. We were like, "Oh my god, we just did it! You okay? We did it! We were
the
so
timing
happy."
is it has to be so perfect. So it was like a team effort that came together perfectly.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though, why I wanted to talk about that thing. But the last thing I want to touch on is I was surprised that the movie ends, and I'll run this after the movie is out, on a cliffhanger. I didn't expect that, and it's cool. So can you sort of talk about how it was figured out that you wanted to do a cliffhanger? And the part two is who's writing Old Guard 3 right now?
I think the first one ended on a cliffhanger. It wasn't, I can tell you this from all of us as producers, we weren't sitting there thinking about the third because this one was more than enough to think about. I think it truly came out of the organics of where these characters ended up being. And it was just too much. There's nothing really to tie off in these worlds. Like, I feel like it's just too much mythology. The characters are just too complicated to kind of like tie all of us up. And so the nicer way to finish, I think, the Old Guard movies is not in saying like, hey, there's another one coming because I'm resting. I don't know what these ladies are up to, but we're going to take a beat. But it is just to make it feel a little bit more organic to the world, which is constantly, I think, existing. It doesn't really stop. It doesn't tie up.
I'm out of time. I'm just going to say thank you for your time. And I really do hope it's a huge hit so I can see where this goes.
That's very
Thank
sweet.
you.
Thank you.